Have you been wrestling with the idea of quitting drinking, or maybe you've tried a few times without success? I think a lot of false starts is not surprising. It actually makes a lot of sense because quitting drinking, in my experience, is an incredibly difficult challenge. It's worthy and it's doable, but it's not easy. And I've been sober for 30 years, and I want to share one of the earliest and biggest hurdles I had to overcome, because I think if you can unlock this, it'll really help you get some traction. So the biggest challenge that I had with quitting drinking, Griffey, can you come and please sit down? The biggest challenge for me with quitting drinking was this idea of believing in a higher power, of surrendering to a higher power, because I was a staunch atheist. And it really felt like not only am I being asked to give up the thing that matters the most to me in the world, alcohol, I'm also being asked to believe in something that I don't believe in. And I'm not doing it. I can't do that. I won't do that. So, and this is the language of AA is God as you understand God. But to me, it's like, no, they're saying God. They're still saying God, and that's not my jam. That's not my cup of tea. I'm not doing that. That's not my bottle of red wine and my case of beer. So, yeah, I thought I'm going to have to just figure out how to muscle through and do this on my own. And then one day I was lying in bed and I noticed this fly on the window walking around and around all over the window pane, trying to get out, get to the world on the other side. And so I'm watching this fly, and it's getting frustrated, and it's falling off the window and buzzing around the room, but then it would come back, and it would just circle around the window trying to get out. And it occurred to me, what if that fly is the alcoholic, and the pane of glass is alcohol, and on the other side of the pane of glass is the whole beautiful world. And the fly is trying to use alcohol to get into this experience of a world of beauty and aliveness and richness. And I thought, I can see from here that the fly is never going to get there the way it's trying to get there. So in this scenario, I have an elevated consciousness relative to the fly, like an elevated, more like an elevated perspective. I can see something that the fly can't see. And I thought, well, metaphorically, that would make me God in this scenario. And I could actually help the fly. I could go get a glass and put it over the fly and capture it and take it outside where it's trying to get. So I go downstairs, I get a glass, I come up. First I have to wait because the fly's going all over the window, but eventually it gets close enough and I put the glass over top of it. And then the fly starts doing circles on the window around the inside of the glass. It won't fly into the glass so that I can put my hand over it and take it outside. And I'm really, this is sinking in, you guys. I'm really getting it. Oh, I see. Like there's no even consciousness in the fly that there's help available to it, and that if it would surrender, then it could be supported in getting exactly where it wants to get. But that's not the nature of an alcoholic. That's not how they think. Their whole reality is distorted. They can't actually see things clearly, and they feel, well, speaking for myself, I felt extremely isolated. Like I have to figure this out by myself. And so in this case, maybe there's something to this, something bigger than me, something more connected, more complex, more vast, that cares to help me and can. And I mean, whether or not that's God for you, it really doesn't matter. It's more can you get through this idea that you are alone in the world and struggling against a challenge, and it is up to you to figure out how to get through this challenge and not fail. And we could get into all the other things that are involved in this. There's shame, there's self-denigration, there's a loss of respect. For me, one of the biggest reasons I quit drinking was I saw, and this is another story, I will tell it another time, but I really saw it's costing me everything. It's costing me my self-respect, my dignity, my health, my relationships, my creativity, my career. And I mean, I can keep going down this road, but what if I didn't? Then what? And I can tell you that 30 years sober, I made a good choice. And if you decide to quit, it's a good choice. But there's some obstacles, and I'll make more videos about some of the other ones, but this was a key one. Like, if you can find whatever it is for you, it doesn't have to be God, just whatever it is for you that feels like, oh, okay, I am in a limited perspective here, especially when I'm drinking, and there are bigger possibilities than I can imagine or see, and I'm going to open my heart and just trust that they're there. I mean, even though I was like resisting like crazy and saying, I will not do God, and I'm just like fighting the whole thing, I was open. I was open because I really wanted to get sober. And I think that openness is how that metaphor came through with the fly. And maybe that metaphor alone is enough for you. So, Griff's going after a squirrel. Okay, I hope that helps. And if you want to know more about how to work with this mindset of you are not alone, you're never alone. You are held and guided and supported. For me, it's the natural world, and I have had experience of helping spirits, people I loved, my dad, my mom, that have passed, my last dog, Lily. I feel their guidance and presence all the time. And I talk to trees and ravens and, hey, Griff! Come on, buddy. Good boy. Yes, come here. Griff, come here, bud. Come here. Good boy. What? Hello. Oh, you crazy. You were chasing squirrels. You stay right here. Stay with me. All right, that's a wrap. Just saying, there's a lot to trust. If God's your thing, go for it. If God's not your thing, there's other ways. But you want to find something, because when you realize you're not alone in this world, oh man, that's when the magic really starts to happen.